You know what it is.
K100, you bastard.
K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzum. Thanks, buddy, for tuning into the show. Welcome, everybody. What's happening? All right. I'm not gonna do too much talking on the intro. This is Points of View. This is Points of View on K100 Radio. This is our live talk segment. This is what we give people a chance to just get it off your chest. Just tell us what you think about whatever topic we decide to say. Just make sure you keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
All right. 347-934-0966. That's the number to dial into the show. 347-934-0966. That is the number to dial into the show. What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Nightlife Liaison over there on Instagram. What's happening? Shelly Wilson over there on the Facebook Live. Anybody checking us out right now that's listening live on our website at k100radio.com. Anybody that may be checking this out by listening to our mobile app, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Again, we appreciate that. My camera over here, right? On the Instagram live feed. So, again, if you want to holler at me, 347-934-0966 is the number to dial into the show. And make sure you press the number 1 on the keypad, all right? So, tonight on Points of View, I'm basically talking about I'm basically going to be talking about two different subjects, all right? So one is kind of like a serious subject. We're going to be talking about the young lady who, another victim of a senseless murder by the police, Miss Breonna Taylor. We're going to talk about her, but we're going to probably hold that one off until like the second hour. I'm going to go ahead and set it off with a more controversial topic, all right? Now, you guys chime in whenever you feel like you want to, all right? Whenever you feel like you want to, chime in. If you feel like I'm saying something completely outrageous, in my point of view, all right, I want you guys to hit the phone lines. And the reason why I want you to call in at 347-934-0966, make sure you press the number 1 on the keypad. The reason why I want you to call in is because Points of View is all part of our podcast series. So when people are listening to the podcast via Spotify, all right, that's where our official podcast lands at, then that way they'll be able to hear exactly how you feel. And it doesn't always line up with me, so if you feel like you want to debate with me, argue with me, always works better on podcasts so people can hear you. So I appreciate everybody listening to the giving feedback in the news feeds. But I definitely want you guys to call in whenever we're doing this Points of View segment so the people that's listening to the podcast can hear what you have to say. All right? So it's really important that you guys hit the phone lines up. And when you guys hit the phone lines, that you dial in and just let us know what you think. And don't be shy. All right? I'm gonna do my best not to stifle anybody unless you just completely just go all the way left. All right? I may just pump the brakes on you. But other than that, it's free game. All right? Points of View is an uncensored talk segment. We are definitely over here allowed to disagree. All right? So if you agree or disagree with me, I'd like to hear what you got to say about it. And again, that phone line on the Facebook screen, it's right there on the screen, 347-934-0966. All right? Hit us up. Please give us a call. I'm going to pin it over here on the Instagram live page. Hold on a second. 347. Let me see. 934. All right. 0966. All right. That's the phone number, and I'm going to pin it over there on the Instagram live page. So if you're on Instagram live, you should be able to see that number over there real quick. And I'll keep that pinned up over there so you guys can easily see the number to call in if you feel like you want to disagree with what I'm saying. All right, so let's get into the show. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Let's roll, man.
K100, you bastard.
All right. So I'm about to piss a couple of people off, and I already know this. I already know I'm going to piss people off with this particular view that I'm going to have right here. And that's okay, because I can tell you before I even go into my initial rant that I'm about to go into, I can tell you 100% facts that a lot of people are going to disagree with me. One of the main points of my point of view tonight is, one, I'm allowed to disagree with you, and two, I honestly don't give a shit. All right? I honestly don't. Because there's sometimes when we do points of view and we have discussions, there are some subjects where I'm like, okay, I see your point. I understand how you feel. There are all different kinds of walks of life that I can not agree with, but say, hey, sure life. That's cool with me. All right? It doesn't make me, I don't feel like, based on my life experiences, it doesn't make me a bigot. All right? It makes me just not in agreement with what you see and the way your point of view of everything. That's why the show is points of view, because we're all different and we're all going to see things differently. Our decisions are going to be based off our life experiences most of the time, our influences, our environment, all kind of different, and our personalities. Frankly, none of us are the same. So with points of view, you got to understand that when I give you my points of view, it's my point of view. It's not really necessarily for you to agree or disagree, but the whole show is about let me know how you feel too, because I'm about to let you know how the fuck I feel about something. All right? So, let's get to it, shall we? All right. Now, I know you guys heard, if you're on social media and you're within a certain demographic, you heard recently, all right, that Lil Boosie had an Instagram little post and posted some news and posted something that he did, right? So Lil Boosie basically he paid some chick to give his son some head, right? And his nephew, I think, the son and the nephew, right? So he did that. He paid him to give his son some head, right? Now, I want everybody to understand that I'm speaking from a kind of sort of place of I understand when I say I've raised a son. Not understand what he did, but I have raised a son. I have a teenage son, all right? He's a senior in high school now, right? He's been living with me for the past couple of years, an agreement that me and his mom amicably came to because he's a young man, and he's a young black man. So we both felt it was important that this young black man spend as much time around his black male father, all right, his real actual father, all right, because he needs to be molded. And there's some things that you just can't really teach him because you haven't really walked in his shoes and you never will, being a black man in America. So he's been living with me for the past couple of years. He's over at his mom's house right now, spending the last week with her. We have joint custody, but he spends most of the time with me for the past couple of years because it needed to be that way, because I'm the father and I'm active. So first of all, you have to understand, all right, that I'm coming from a father's point of view. I'm also coming from a heterosexual male's point of view. All right? You can be gay. I happen to not be. I happen to love pussy. To a fault, frankly, at some times in my life. Several points in my life. To a fault. Happen to love women. All right? Been loving pussy since the first time I got some. Hooked like crack. Right. All right? So, the way I view certain things in life are coming from a heterosexual male point of view. Now, you've got all these kind of terms that can describe different people and how they feel about different things. For instance, if I feel like me being a heterosexual male is the way that I want to guide my son in certain decisions and things that I say, and ways I move, decisions I make towards him, things I say to him, things I allow him to do and things I don't allow him to do. Some people like to call my version of parenting toxic masculinity. It's a new term. You ever heard it? Toxic masculinity. That's what they call it. They say it's bad the way that I think, and a lot of other men like me think. We're too hard, we're unemotional. Also, because I happen to be a heterosexual male, I obviously wouldn't want my son to be a homosexual. I also wouldn't want my son to be a transsexual or whatever the fuck term you guys want to come up with lately. There's always a new letter to the alphabet game. It's a Q now, and I still haven't figured out what the fuck that is. But that's not the point. Follow me. The point is, Lil Boosie paid this chick to give his son some head, right? Okay, let's start with the overall point. That's wrong. Let me say that again. Let me stop the music. That's wrong. Lil Boosie should not be out here paying women to suck his son dick. All right? I just don't think that that's a good idea. As a father that's raised a son myself, Boosie should not have done that. I cannot say it any clearer. I wouldn't do it. I didn't do it. All right? I raised a son myself, and I did not do that. I could have if I really wanted to. But first and foremost, my son never expressed to me that that's something that he wanted done. And if that was something that Lil Boosie's nephew and son did not want to happen, if they didn't even want that, it's another level of fucked up. It's another level up here. All right? But I'm a male. I also remember what it was like to be 13, 14 years old. I was chasing pussy at 12, fam. Chasing it. Trying to get it. Literally trying to get my dick sucked. Trying to have sex with girls at that age. Literally. That was an objective. You know, when we like 12 or something, you know, we little boys, we start looking at porn on the cool, on the slick, start noticing ass, start jacking our dick, all this other stuff like that. If you're a heterosexual male, that's when you really start actually pursuing women. Right around that time, puberty kicks in. You start video games and everything is cool. Girls become cooler. For the average kid. Not all kids, for the average kids. For the average kid that I grew up around, the average kids that I was hanging around growing up. All right? Lost my virginity when I was 14. Most of my friends lost it when they was like 12. Female and males. I was a little bit sheltered around that time. I really couldn't just get away. First time I got a chance to get away, got laid. And that was the goal. Facts. Facts. All right? So, young kid, young boy around that age, probably if he's a heterosexual male, hanging around his daddy, probably he's chasing little girls, trying to get laid. Of course, most daddies are not going to go out and try to get you some pussy, let alone pay to get your dick sucked and get it done by a grown woman. Right? So, let's just start with saying Boosie is wrong. Okay? We can all admit, I can admit that was not a good idea. Equally not a good idea to tell everybody that you did it, fam, considering the fact that that's technically illegal. People say it's pedophilia. Yeah. Technically, yeah. And people are like, what you mean technically? Well, yeah, it's technically, yeah, but it's also pedophilia, you know, when high school girls lie about their age and they fucking dope boys that's hopping in and out of Chevys at 21. That's also pedophilia, statutory rape, a lot of other stuff that we just kind of sweep up under the rug for years. But Lil Boosie is existing in the Me Too era. All right? And I have to, he's existing in a world where a word like toxic masculinity actually exists. So does homophobia. So he has to understand that as a celebrity, some things you can say and some things just can't out loud. Even if you did it, fam, it's not a good idea. Put himself in a lot of hot water, Boosie did. And everybody jumped on Lil Boosie head. Hey, man, listen. I ain't saying y'all was wrong for calling Boosie out about that. You should have did that shit, bro. Definitely should have said that shit on social media and let all you motherfucking judgmental bitches know. That was a horrible idea. Bad to do it. Even worse to actually say you did it out fucking loud. That's just not a good idea, fam. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. You guys know if you listen to Points of View, you guys know if you follow me on social media, I'm a huge anti-hypocrisy person. One of my pet peeves is blatant hypocrisy, and it just drives me crazy, right? So, I never gave Boosie any kind of props for doing that. All right? 347-934-0966. That's the number to dial into the show. I'm going to read some of your comments when I'm done with my rant, but if you want to holler at your dog, you want to get on the air, and we can go back and forth about it, hit the phone lines. The number's over there pinned on this Instagram live page. The number's over there the numbers over there on the Facebook screen right there. You can see it. 347-934-0966. When I'm done, I'm opening up the lines and y'all can have it. I want you to come through. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Little ass nickel. All right? Listen. I want to hear what you got to say, but let me finish. I'm going to let you talk, but hold up. I'm going to let you talk. But what I'm saying is, my huge pet peeve is blatant fucking bullshit ass and hypocrisy. And so, while I feel like Boosie was wrong, I made a simple post on my personal social media page and said, you know what? You know what's grinding my gears about the Boosie situation? Yeah, we know Boosie was wrong. Make sure you press the number 1 on the keypad when you call into the switchboard so I know you want to talk to me, and make sure you're not just listening on the phone lines because some people can't. 770-990, I see you. 770-837, if you want to talk to me, press that number 1 on your keypad. I'm going to let y'all talk. I'm coming right to you in a minute. Give me about 1 more minute. 770-990. I'm coming. But listen, I made a post on my social media feed, and I said, you know what? Because I thought about it. And I saw all the heat that Boosie was taking, and Boosie should have took some heat for that. For doing it and being dumb enough to fucking say it on fucking social media in this day and age, in fucking 2020. Are you kidding me, nigga? Like, you can't be that stupid, fam. You know what these people gonna do to you when you do it, and y'all did it to them. Y'all jumped on them, y'all was mad. But it kind of made me think about another piss poor example of, I feel, parenting on the father's side. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm seeing all this outrage at Boosie. And that was bad parenting. But I said, you know what? You know who also recently did something that I felt was really bad parenting as a father? Was Dwayne Wade. I said to myself, to me, because me is me and I can think how I want to think, you know what? Everybody got a lot to say about what Lil Boosie did. And everybody has something to say, and nobody's saying stay out of it. It ain't your business, blah, blah, blah. But when Dwayne Wade decided that he wanted to support and allow his even younger son, younger than Boosie, his even younger male son, because he's a male, he's a boy, Damon, he decided that he wanted to allow and encourage and embrace his son deciding at that age, 10, 11, 12, by the time he was 12, they was parading him all over TV and interviews like a trinket. We'll get into that too. He decided to allow his son to act like, dress like, fantasize about, and embrace the fact that he didn't want to be a boy. He wanted to be a female. Not just be gay. Be a female. Okay. There's a couple things here. And I want you to follow me. I'm going to read the comments in a minute, and I'm going to open up the phone lines. And while I open up the phone lines, I'll read the comments, and I'll respond to some of the comments. It's two things. And you maybe should have been here when I first started to hear my whole full rant. Two things. First of all, in my opinion, those are two things. What Boosie did and what Dwayne Wade did are two things I would never do. Me personally. I'd never do it. And people ask me why. Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you embrace the way your child, if you was Dwayne Wade, people said that was great parenting. They supported Dwayne Wade. First, they told us to shut the fuck up and stay out of it and let him raise his child how he want to. Y'all never said that with Boosie. You said shut the fuck up, stay out of it, let Dwayne Wade raise his child like he want to, because it ain't none of our business. But then Dwayne Wade and his wife paraded the child all over TV and interviews, so everybody in the world was talking about it because they wanted us to, because they're celebrities, and they were doing live interviews on national television and social media about it. So everybody was talking about it anyway. Fuck all y'all. We was talking about it because they wanted us to. And so everybody gave their opinions. And at that particular time, I said, ain't no way in hell. Not me. Because I feel just as strongly about that, if not stronger, than I felt about Lil Boosie. Now people say, so you mean to tell me, Blizzard, you would actually be okay with letting a grown woman suck your son's dick instead of embracing him trying to be a little girl, you fucking right. Yes. 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 Wait a minute. I didn't say I did it. I didn't do either one. Fortunately for me, my son that I know of right now likes pussy. That's what and I'm happy for that. I'm ecstatic, motherfucker. Proud. Love the fact that I don't think I have a gay son. I'm completely happy about that because I don't have to deal with it. Everybody else can deal with things and look at things how they want to, but I'm literally glad that my son's not gay. Literally. I'm happy about it. All right? Sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but it's true. It's how I feel. It's like how I really real life fucking feel. All right? Happy about it. Didn't raise him to be that way. Steered him, said things to him, pushed him to not be that way. Show the fuck did. Wait a minute now. That's my son. I'm telling you what I did, which is my prerogative, which is the same thing that y'all told me about when Dwayne Wade decided he wanted to embrace that by his son. Told me to shut the fuck up. So that this is where you can shut the fuck up about how I feel about raising my son. I don't care. And Dwayne Wade doesn't care how I feel. Neither does Boosie care about how I feel. And he doesn't care what you think either. But this is the talk show. This is social media. This is K1's radio. All right.
You are tuned to the K100
That's what
Radio,
I'm talking about.
hip-hop and R&B.
They celebrities. This is what the fuck we do on the talk show. All right. 347-934-0966. You see, my whole point here is I feel, and I'm of the opinion, that Dwayne Wade actually encouraging that in his son, to me, is just as fucked up, if not more fucked up, than what Boosie did. And what Boosie did was, by law, illegal, and also wrong. But if you got to give me the choice, fam, somebody got a gun in my head, my son head, which one you gonna do? Which one am I gonna do? Which one am I gonna do? Am I gonna let a woman give my son some head? A female? 14? I was fucking at 14. 14? I believe my son got laid when he was 16. I think that's when that happened. I think. You know what I'm saying? You know they lie. Kids lie. Kids gonna do what they want to do. My son could still turn out to be gay. Change his complete mind. Could happen. Just saying right now, that's not the case that I know of. These are the facts. I'm only presenting them with you that I know of. All right? Could be. I don't know. But here's my thing, fam. If you got a gun in my head and you asking me which one of those, as a father, as a heterosexual male, would I encourage? Would I be down with? I'm really not down with either one. But if I had to fucking choose, you gotta know I'm letting the female suck my son dick before I'm gonna goddamn allow him to. Before I'm gonna go out and buy him some clothes that look like to make him dress like a girl, to act like it's okay for him to want to be a girl. I'm not doing none of that shit, fam. Not at that age. When he get to be grown and old, I gotta accept my son for whatever the fuck happens. That's their decisions when they grown. But when he fucking 10, 11, 12, no the fuck I'm not encouraging that, bruh. It's not gonna happen. And I'm glad I'm past the point where I don't even have to worry about it, because now my son's finna be 18 in a year. And he gonna be able to do what the fuck I want to do. All this shit is irrelevant to me. Both my kids finna be grown. One of my kids in college, and the other one's finna be 18. He finna graduate next year. And hey, I don't know what the hell they gonna become in life. All I can do is, hey, you know what I'm saying? But at 10, 11, and 12, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, fam. All right? You got me fucked up. No, his mama couldn't have did it. Nigga, that shit would have been all out war. Custody battles, shit would have got nasty. I can tell you, nasty. Shit would have been nasty. Because that amicable shit, when he came and we decided, no, I would have took him. If she was trying to push that shit, I would have took him, motherfucker. We going to court now I got to take him. Because ain't no motherfucking way in hell I would have been okay with it. So my whole point that I need for y'all to understand is that while I understand and agree, and I feel y'all about what Boosie did was wrong, if I have to choose one, which I don't have to, but if I had to, you got to know both of these poor parenting decisions, the way I see it, both of these bad things that these guys did to me, and y'all gonna be at a basic disagreement when y'all say basically what Dwayne Wade did was love his child and accept his child. Yeah, you could have got me. You could have been okay. I could have been maybe understanding your point had he not just made a whole big spectacle of it. See, he wasn't just, I don't know, man, about my son, and he ain't just kind of like, sit back, watch, observe, see what he can do. No. Oh, he wants to be a girl. Cool. Let's have a party. Let's celebrate this shit. Let's go on TV and talk about it. He wants to be a girl. You got a problem with it? Yes, motherfucker. Yes. Not me. Now, you don't have to agree with me. You know that, right? You also know I don't give a fuck if you do agree with me. But this is Points of View. Let's go to the phone line.
You
All right.
are tuned to Decay
770
Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
I'm going to start reading some of the comments that you guys made, and I'll address those on the air. It's hard for me to read the comments and do the show live. You dig? 770-837. What up? Who's this?
You know who it is, PD, JC Rocker.
Hey, what's going on? 770-990. You up next. If you feel like you want to disagree with me, air out your opinion, give your points of view, 347-934-0966. That is the number to dial into the show. All right? It's on the Facebook page. It's also over here, posted up on the, I got it pinned over here on the Instagram live page. All right, JC, give it to me. What do you think about, first of all, I got to ask you, of course, you can tell me how you feel about how wrong Boosie was and whatever. But my overall point here is I feel like, as a father, both of those were failures. As men raising sons, I can't be down with either fucking one of them. I can't get down with either one. All right? And as I also said, I want you to address me if you feel like I'm wrong. Tell me by all means. You're allowed to disagree with me. I just don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But I want, for the show, I'd like to hear what you got to say. All right? And I want the people to hear what you got to say. But if given the choice, I'm definitely more apt to fucking let my son get his dick sucked by a grown woman than I am to embrace him dressing up like a little fucking girl. It's just not gonna happen. But JC Rocker, go ahead and then 770-990. I'll let you come on the air too. What do you got to say about it, JC Rocker? Give me your point of view.
All right. So the point of view is this. I just want to say once and for all, there is no such thing as toxic masculinity. I just want to make that clear because masculinity, we're talking about males, men. If you have a toxic trait, one, you wasn't a man to begin with. I like to put that out there for the feminazis because I like to be equal. Because when I say I like to be equal, I mean that means I'm going to get at you too, bitch. And second off, yes, Boosie was complete wrong. And the thing is, Boosie, you are already in trouble with the law. They are waiting for you to fuck up some way, somehow. And you just put your freedom on the platter. And I know your baby mamas are probably plotting. I know they mamas are going to be like, ooh, I'm going to take this nigga to court.
Maybe.
So yeah, exactly. There's that. I mean, what woman in her right mind, the baby daddy admits, oh, I got my son's dick sucked. If I was a mother, which I'm not, if I was a mother and my baby daddy blatantly said that out loud, y'all better hope I call the cops because my child will be parentless because I'm going to have to kill him and kill the prostitute that sucked my son's dick.
All right. So,
but
go ahead. Yeah. So listen. You listen to the women. First of all, I know a lot of women who won't say it out loud, but who slick agree with my sentiment and my overall point. Now listen, if you found out that your baby daddy let some grown woman suck his dick, all right? You know what I'm saying? You got every right to fuck him up. You got every right to be mad, all right? You know what I'm saying? But what would you do if you found out? I don't even know how this even happens with a head of unless maybe your baby daddy was on the down low or some shit and went there. I mean, I don't know. How would you feel if he was You found out he was letting them wear girl clothes, and you ain't down with that. What would you be? Would you be ready to kill him then, JC Rocker? Would you be willing to go to jail? Because you basically just said that you'd be willing to lose your freedom if you found out that. So would you be willing to lose your freedom if you came over there one day and then you saw him and the son playing dress up? You popped up or something and they dressed up in girl clothes, doing each other. He letting them put press on nails. Would you want to kill him then? It's a good question. Would you want to kill him then?
First, I would say, bro, what the hell? Definitely, what the hell are you doing? And as far as the Dwayne Wade situation, dude, like you said, it's him making a spectacle, and it's like, bro, congratulations, you accept your son, but at least wait until she's a little bit, she's a legal age to start doing all that shit.
Well,
but not when she's a kid.
He didn't. It's he, by the way.
But as far as Kim,
it's he, by the way. You keep saying she, but it's a boy. It's a he. It's not a girl. It's a he.
I know, but
yeah. What do you mean? You know?
I know, but I respect the pronouns and all that stuff.
I respect the fact that he's got a dick and some balls. All right, hold on. Next caller. Stand by.
I'm not
listen. I'm gonna tell you what we're not gonna do tonight. What I'm not gonna do. I'm not calling Dwayne Wade's son she. You might well get that shit the fuck out your head. That's not happening on the show. I'm not calling that little boy she. I don't even know if he really understands what he is doing at 12, making that kind of life-changing decision. But I digress. 770-990. What up? This is K1's Radio. Holla at me.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy Fred right here. Hey, you remember K Talk Live? You remember being on K Talk Live Saturday?
K Talk Live? How long ago was it?
It was that other Saturday.
Oh, K
not this Saturday, but the last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Up at Status Network, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
Man, I was just wondering. I remember you, man. This Fred right here, man, calling from Riverdale, Georgia, man. Listening to you, man. That's great. Yep.
Okay, what's going on, homie? Well, listen, the show is yours. The floor is yours. You can agree or disagree with me, but make sure you just speak how you feel, fam. Go ahead.
Say it with your chest.
You got it.
I agree with what you said. I'm just saying, do you remember being on K Talk Live? That's all, man. You know, that's crazy that Lil Boosie did what he did, man. I don't like that, man. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I remember that, and I didn't agree with what Boosie did. My whole thing was when I posted, I made a post on social media. This whole segment sparked off because I made a post on social media that said I disagree with the level of outrage that people were trying to give Lil Boosie, and y'all didn't have that same energy when I felt like Dwayne Wade made a equally horrible decision as a father. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody gave it to Dwayne Wade like that. They painted him, they made him out to be a hero, and I completely disagree with that notion. And that's why I made that post, and people jumped all on my post with the bullshit. So I said I'm gonna talk about it on my show. All right, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, but listen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, 347-934-0966. That's the number to dial to the show. Now listen, fam. Oh, hold on. Let me. Jaron Davis on Facebook. I'm reading some of the Facebook comments because it's hard for me to do it and do my opening rant, right? So Jaron Davis says he'll be damned if his son Bryson. Shout out to Bryson. All right, I know the mama and the daddy, both good people. All right, said he'll be damned if Bryson gonna walk around the house in a fucking dress. All right, we got enough against us as black men. All right, Kim from Making the Magazine says they're both failing as fathers. I agree. She also says she thinks that's all Gabrielle Union's doing. I also 100% agree with that. All right, definitely. All right. Now, me and my wife was talking about it, and I don't know if she's gonna call into the show or not. I don't know if she listened or not, but she know the number. Me and my wife was talking about it, and she gave me some resistance, but she also understands that she's married to me, so she definitely knows me. She knew how I would feel about the whole D-Wade situation. All right. And I broke it down to her like I broke it down to y'all, fam. Listen, you know good and damn well I would have never allowed that shit in my house, right? And she knows that. She knows that would have been a huge, huge thing. She would have obviously never tried no shit like that. And our kids aren't together. all right, because we had our kids before we met, but her daughter, who I helped raise, all right, you know, from like middle school up till she graduated, she's gonna be a senior in college now, so I was a part of her life, all right. There were just certain things that I just wasn't gonna be with, and fortunately for me, it's probably really fortunate that I didn't have to go through anything like that, but I just don't feel like as a father. See, it's, bruh, I'm gonna say something, and I know y'all women gonna feel a kind of way about it, dog. But listen to me, man. If I gotta be completely honest, it's and maybe it's the toxic masculinity in me talking. Man, I'm saying since my own daughter thinks I got my own daughter says I got toxic masculinity. Yeah, my daughter, she's writing. My daughter did a paper in school on toxic masculinity, and she said one day she's gonna write a book about it. I'm definitely gonna be in the book, and it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good look. I can already tell. When my daughter told me she was writing the book, I told her, I said, I'm gonna be proud of you for writing it, but I ain't reading that shit. I know y'all may listen to that and say, see, that's kind of fucking, you a horrible parent, and I might be, but I ain't as bad as getting my son dick sucked by a grown woman. Neither am I letting my son dress up like a little girl. I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not perfect. I may be toxic in some ways. Hell, I might be toxic as a husband. Who the fuck knows? Ask my wife. Tell her to call in. I don't know. But the point is, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here. It's certain shit I'm just not going to be okay with. I'm not going to co-sign. I'm not going to be down with. I felt like, and this was going to rub some women the wrong way. What Kim said really, really, really resonates with me because I don't know those. I don't know them like that. I only know the public personas. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I only know D-Wade's public persona. I don't know Boosie outside of his public persona. I don't know them personally. I can only go by the things they say, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they're celebrities. I wouldn't even know who the hell these people really are in life if they weren't celebrities, but they are celebrities, so we get to peek into their world because when you're a celebrity, it comes with the territory. So, the fact that Dwayne Wade is a male that let his son do that, I think it's just more unacceptable. Even if Gabrielle Union was down with it, bro. Even if she was okay with it. Honestly, and this is what's gonna piss y'all females off right here. Honestly, fam, I gotta be honest with you. Y'all slick be supportive of stuff like that more than us. And some women gonna be like, no the fuck I ain't. No I don't. No the hell I don't. I never do that. I know some of y'all ain't, but let's just be honest. Women are more acceptable to some shit like that than men. Okay? Follow me. Now, I'm not saying that every woman is down with that. Okay? I'm not saying y'all gonna be letting y'all son dresses. I'm just saying, if a kid, quote unquote, comes out or something like that, like the mama is gonna be the one that's gonna be okay, and she gonna be the one 9 out of 10 times to try to soften the blow for the daddy, especially if you're a man's man. You dig? She gonna be the one to soften the. She gonna try to cover it up at first. You feel what I'm saying? But eventually, if it's what the hell it is, she gonna accept it before the daddy will. And eventually, men end up accepting it. I know dudes whose children, my age, whose children end up being grown and gay and shit, and they still have a relationship with their child. You feel what I'm saying? They still cool. They still speak their kid. It ain't cut them off and nothing like that. But in the very beginning, at 10 and 11, how many men, bruh, heterosexual men, are really gonna be okay with allowing their son to wear girl clothes, get their hair done like women, wear makeup and put on nails? How many men really gonna be okay with that? And as a father, that's where I just cannot disagree. I just cannot disagree more with Wade. Because even if the mama felt that way, I'm law. Ultimately. Unless you one of these bum niggas who don't provide and you ain't got a pot to piss in or a motherfucking window to throw it out. And maybe this is toxic masculinity talking. I'm law. Buck stops here. King of the castle. It is what the fuck it is. I'm in a heterosexual relationship with a woman who understands that that's just the way the fuck shit's gonna be, or we wouldn't be married. I'm not abusive. I'm not anything like that. I'm not crazy, but it's gonna stop with me ultimately. So here's where, as a man, I don't give a flying fuck what the fuck she felt. If you felt like we need to embrace, I don't give a fuck what you think we need to embrace. Maybe that's toxic. I just don't give a shit because the buck's gonna stop with me. All right? No, the fuck we not letting him wear that shit. Even if that may ultimately be what he ends up being, we not finna do it at 10 and 11. No, we still the parents. I'm still the boss. I still say what the fuck goes on in his life. He ain't grown. No, the fuck, he's not wearing that shit. Boosie did some shit that, if I'm being honest, bro, a lot of people, it's fucked up, but it's fucked up. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say something that's bad. Area code 407. I'm coming to the phone lines to you next. What I'm gonna say is bad. It's bad. It's bad, but it's true. A lot of us wish our daddies and uncles would have did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they shouldn't have. But a lot of us wish we was like 14. Shit, boy, dad take us to the strip club. Let us go back in the back and get a little goddamn, a real dance. You think I wouldn't have, you wouldn't have thought, if I was, bruh, everybody raised different. Everybody different. At 14 years old, bruh, 9th grade, I'm in high school. You think I would have felt like my pops was the coolest motherfucker ever. I got to be honest with you, because I was already trying to get my dick sucked. I was already trying to get some pussy. Anyway. Man, I would have thought my daddy was cool as a motherfucker. That's wrong. Glad I didn't have that kind of daddy. But would I have felt like my daddy got me molested? Oh my God, my daddy got me molested when I was a child. Are you fucking kidding me at 14? Are you kidding me? And by the way, my daddy is Lil Boosie. He's a fucking famous rapper. Videos full of half-naked strippers every fucking way, all the time. Half-naked bitches all the time. My daddy is fucking Lil Boosie. Seriously. I actually would feel like I'm a little bit entitled to get some grown pussy. I feel like I'm a little bit entitled to fuck some of these hoes. Honestly, that's toxic as fuck. But at 14, I was trying to do it anyway. Shit, my daddy Boosie. Fuck you mean? Y'all don't want to hear that though. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to
Y'all don't want me to tell
K100
the
Radio,
truth.
hip hop and R&B.
Y'all don't want me to tell the truth. I'm gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. Area code 407-595. What up? Who's this?
Hey, this is Reese Cup.
Reese Cup, what up?
Hey, so the thing with Dwayne Wade and his son and things like that, like, I'll say this. It's a hard place to be in when you are a kid and you know your sexuality and what you're attracted to. And I'm speaking from a place of where, in the gay community, in the homosexual community, however you guys want to say it, most kids, by the time they're a certain age, they've already figured out their sexuality. I know for myself, by the time I was 5 years old, I knew I liked girls. I had already started kissing girls. And as I got older, I hid it from my parents. But all I was really doing was delaying what they already knew. My mom and dad were great parents. They're still married, almost 40 years together, everything. Mm-hmm. And as far as the male side of it being less acceptance than the mother is, my father was more accepting than my mom is. And to this day, my father is still more accepting of my sexuality over my mother.
Yeah.
And so
I understand that. I know people that's like that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
I truly feel that, whether Dwayne, I'll say this, when Dwayne Wade talked about it, he said, I had a hard time with it, but at some point you have to accept your child and support them and love them and try to guide them through this whole thing as much as you can. But when you're a parent and you don't battle with your sexuality and things like that, there's only so much as a parent you can really do to help your child through it. So as the kid is learning and learning about himself, the parent is also learning because this is something new to them. So I can't say Dwayne Wade should, I'm the dad, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because if it was a girl and it was a daughter that said, Dad, I think I like girls and she's tomboyish, she wears basketball shorts and basketball shoes and wife beaters and sports bras, do you now reprimand her the way you guys are saying that the boy should be reprimanded?
Whoa. Wait a minute. I got to stop you. One key word. Never use the word reprimand because I would never have, it would be bad parenting. In my opinion, it would be bad parenting for me to reprimand because reprimand is basically a word for punishment. You feel what I'm saying? So punishment, no. It's about what I'm going to allow. You understand what I'm saying, Reese Cup? Now, back to your question. I can answer you from my point of view for the one question you just asked. If it was a girl and she was dressing like I would not allow my girl to be full on tomboy either. I would hope that my wife would encourage her to be feminine in a lot of ways. You feel me? I can't see. Here's the thing that you have to understand, Reese Cup. I'm not a woman, so I can't guide her into femininity. You understand what I'm saying? I can't do that. It's the same reason why my son came and lived with me once he turned 13. Because my baby mama is a good mama, but she can't teach him how to be a man. Period. I don't know. She can raise him up and make him, but it's certain things that she just can't teach him. Good, bad, or indifferent. And I can't teach my daughter that. So I would lean more towards the mama. I would just have to hope that she would be there to help me out with that part. But I'd be like, listen, we're not gonna every time she go out, every shoe she want to buy is sneakers. No, we ain't got to put in no 4-inch stilettos. But can we get it? Let's get her a dress. Let's do. I'm not gonna just sit there and just allow her to only play basketball, even if she's good, and to never ever do anything feminine at all. Like I'm not gonna allow her to wear. I'm not gonna make her whole wardrobe Jordans and shorts, even if that's what she want to. Just like I wouldn't let my daughter wear makeup till she got to be a certain age, or dresses in tights and shit that was too tight, that was too revealing. I stepped in. You understand me? So no, I can't sit here and say that if it was a girl, it would be any different for me. Although, however, as a man, that level of femininity that she needs to be guided to and taught, I just don't possess the know-how as a heterosexual male to guide her that way. You understand me? So I can't tell you, I can honestly say that I wouldn't have allowed that either. You feel me? I wouldn't have allowed it, with my daughter. But that's all I can speak for is me.
But what I'm saying is, as far as that is, like, I'm not saying she's got to be masculine all the time or anything like that, but as a female, we do tend to have more tomboyish ways than masculine ways. A lot of times, especially when we're the lesbian or we're gay or whatever, there's always a masculine side to us and there's a feminine side to us. But like, I want to touch on what you said. You said your son at 13 came to live with you so you can show him what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but we're talking about kids that's been battling their sexuality since 5, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, that's dealing with this and trying to figure out what is it that's going on. Why don't I like girls? Why don't I want to be around girls all the time? Why don't I want to kiss girls or have an interest in girls? My interest is in a boy. And that's all I'm saying as far as that. Yes, your son came to live with you at 13, but if you were Dwayne Wade and your son didn't come live with you to 13 and you found out he's been dealing with this since prior to him living with you, 5, 6 years before that, that's where it has to come into play. Like, there's maybe not me teaching him to be a man. Maybe it's me understanding my child and trying to help him through this thing called life. Period. Maybe. Whether he wants to be gay or straight, he's still a man. That doesn't mean he's not a man, and you can't teach him how to be a man. But what it is, it has to become a point of understanding and trying to guide him through what he's about to go through as a man that just so happens to be gay.
Yeah, can't guide him through that, not a gay man. But here's another point that I want to bring up to something that you just said.
It's not about guiding him to be a gay man. It's about guiding him to be a man in general, but his sexuality is just gay.
Reese Cup, I need for you to listen to me. I need for you to understand how severe of a difference that is. Now, don't get me wrong. There are gay men who are good people. I know too many. I live in Atlanta. I'm in the music industry. I know too many gay people to be fucking homophobic. I can't even exist in this city and do business if that was the case. What I'm saying is, you can't say that me guiding him the way that I see a man being. A major part of a man's life is who he ends up with and who he deals with on that level. A major part of a man's life is who we have kids with. A major part of a man's life is who we marry. So how can I can guide him to be a man? Like I can still, if my son wanted to be gay, I can still, yes, teach him how to change the oil on the car or something like and stuff that I still feel like is masculine. But listen, fam, the relationship between a man and a woman is too much of an integral part of every man's life for me to sit here and think like I can just literally guide him on what the fuck to do with another fucking man romantically at all at any point. I cannot do it. I need you to understand that as a heterosexual male, I can't do that.
Listen, it's not about guiding him through sex at all. My parents
but it's
don't
a major
guide
part of
me
life.
Listen, just hold on, wait. My parents don't guide me through sex or things like that. But what I look at as a child who has a male and a woman, a role model in my face all the time of what marriage and relationships are supposed to be. Mm-hmm. What they teach us is not about sexuality or how to be in a relationship with a man or how to be in a relationship with a woman, whatever your child may be attracted to. It's about just how to be in a relationship and treat the person you are in love with. I see my parents having a loving relationship, a accepting relationship, a supportive relationship, how to communicate, those type of things, not sexual, not how to be with another woman, not none of that. It's deeper than that. And I think that's where, and I'm not saying you're homophobic or anything. I've never thought that you were ever homophobic.
Right.
What I'm saying is it's deeper than the sexuality that you as parents and that we as people have to begin to teach the children that deal with these problems of their sexuality. You like it's not about you teaching them how to be with another man. It's about how to teach somebody to be in a relationship and treat whoever you're in a relationship with the proper way and the proper things to do. Whoever you're with, you know you don't want to be in an abusive relationship, so you ain't gonna beat on nobody you with, whether it's male or female.
Exactly.
Those types of things. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you teach them how to be with a man and all the sex stuff. No, but you teach them what a successful and positive relationship is supposed to look like and function as.
If I do that, Reese Cup.
Male on male or woman on woman or female and male, whatever it is, I still see the positivity in my parents. Yeah. And my parents are pastors, so I'm a pastor's kid. So you know the hell I had to go through with my sexuality and
tough.
My parents and that type of deal.
Right.
So, but out of all of that, I still see relationship, how it is supposed to be, whether I'm with a woman or whether I'm with a man. Bottom line, foundation is foundation.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I got some more calls. Hang on if you can, Reese Cup. I love talking to Reese Cup. But first of all, because she's dope and she's a dope DJ. She's cool as hell. I'm glad she called in. All right. I'm glad somebody that's actually gay called in for this show. Here's one thing, and I'm getting ready to come to 765 and 678. I'm coming to your phone lines next. Here's one thing that I have to say, and I agree with the last part of what she said. Completely agree with that. It is about teaching that child to be a good person, to not be abusive, to be supportive, all that. But I need for everybody to sit back, stop, and really contemplate how important your relationships are, how integral if you're a heterosexual male or a gay person. Think about once you decided to start going there, whichever way you went, how integral every decision that you made was with who you decided to interact with on that level, right? And so what I'm saying to Reese Cup is, I'm not abusive. I taught my son not to hit women, and I taught my little girl, keep your hands to your goddamn self. So as I don't have to kill nobody over you. So nobody can ever say she put her hands on him first. All right? My kids, I taught that whole thing what she said to me encompasses just teaching your kids to be good human beings. We should all do that, regardless of what they are. So yes, Mr. Cup, you are right. We need to teach them how to be decent human beings. And treating somebody good in a relationship, abuse doesn't go heterosexual, black, white, what, male, whatever. That's just abuse. That's just abuse. Support is support. But at the end of the day, I can tell you the conversations that I've had enough conversations with my son about girls, with him talking to me about this girl, that girl, about already to know that there's no way for me to avoid. How would I have raised my son to this point and X out all of those conversations that I know that we've had, that me and my son have already had, and he's only 17, that we've already had about, man, when he just decides that, he's some girl texting some craziness or some situation happened at school with this girl and blah, blah. What are those conversations going to be like? Because he's still going to, if he was gay, he would still have them. So now how do I tell him about how to respond to that? I can always tell him to be a decent human being, to be a decent person, to treat people right, to not be abusive. But I can't guide him on that other shit because, first of all, I don't even agree that you should even be doing it. It's kind of like if my son came and told me he wanted to sell dope. Being as though I used to sell dope, I'm like, I know how much of a bad fucking idea that is to allow that, to encourage that. And people are gonna say, how you gonna equate drug dealing to being gay? I'm not. I'm just saying, I can tell him something about that. That ain't what you want to do, son. Let me tell you the story about my other homeboy who told my other homeboy who shot my other homeboy over that shit. Let me tell you about how I almost went to jail my damn self for 10 years over that shit. Let me talk to you about that. What I cannot ever in life ever tell him about is how to feel about another boy, how he should talk to some little boy in school like him. What do you say? What the fuck am I gonna tell him? I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off he talking to me about it, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest with myself. I can only be honest with myself. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to
right.
K100 Radio.
I gotta be honest with you guys,
R&B.
man. I'm glad Reese Cup called, though. That was an excellent call. Area code 675-462. What up? Who's this?
You talking about 765?
Yep, 765-462. What's up?
Oh, hey, it's Shelly. Hey, so that girl was saying that she wanted to kiss girls when she was 5. I barely remember when I was 5. And what kid at 5 years old would be thinking about kissing another kid? You know what I mean?
I don't know, Shelly. I got my first kiss from a girl when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, actually. I kissed a girl for the first time in kindergarten. We got in trouble. The teacher called us. I got in trouble for that shit. Yeah, I did. I kissed the girl in school for the first time in kindergarten, and we got in trouble. They had to call our mama now. Sure did. That's true. That's the true story.
Wow.
Ask my mama. So yeah,
well,
I don't know about that part.
Kids,
so
right. So I think some of these teenagers, they say they're gay just for attention, or either they've had one parent out of their life. You know what I mean? Like if say it was a kid, like guy, and he didn't have a father, so he has abandonment issues, so he clings to men, or the other way around. You know what I mean? Like a girl will be like, I didn't have a mother, my mother was abusive, or wasn't really a mother, so she'll turn to women. You know, just to kind of fill the void.
Ooh, Shelly, you gonna get these people pissed the fuck off saying stuff like, I be trying to stay away from that particular side of the conversation because
right. Well, I
okay.
have a lot of friends that are gay. I don't care what people are. I'm just saying maybe that some of them are like that because of that. You know what I mean?
I feel like that too, Shelly, but you can't, if I say that, it's like I'm literally being toxic. I'm toxic if I say stuff like that because now I'm telling these people that they didn't choose their life and they're gonna swear to me on everything they love that they did, and at that point they're gonna call me homophobic and toxic. That's just how that works now in 2020, because if you say that to most people, then you're not accepting the major point of, and listen, I don't want to get this because this whole show wasn't supposed to be about gay or straight. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole show wasn't supposed to be about gay or straight. The show is really just about how as hold on a second. Hold on. Instagram cut off. My bad. I'm sorry, Instagram. Let me get Instagram live back up real quick, Shelly. Hold on, Shelly. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to go to the 678 number, and I got a couple more callers. Hold on, y'all. Let me get Instagram live back. It cut off. I was so into the show. Damn it. Hold on. All right. I done let the Instagram live count down on me. All right. All right. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. All right. So I'm getting the. All right, I got it now. This new Instagram setup, they changed some stuff on it. All right, and I got to do a whole bunch of other stuff to share it when it ends, so it doesn't disappear. All right. So now, all right, Instagram Live is coming back online. All right. So listen. Here we go. Hold on a second. All right. Live, go. I don't know why they make you doing all these extra steps while we. That's way more complicated. That latest update is trash for Instagram. Anyway, all right, so we're back. I got the Instagram Live crew back. Thank y'all. Welcome back to the show. All right, so listen. To what Shirley was saying, I don't want the show to go all the way deep into that. What I'm saying is, this show is about these two specific examples of a father making a decision on how they handle their kid. And again, back to the main point, and I'm going back to the phone lines because I got other people waiting. Dwayne Wade, to me, I feel like his decision to support that at that young of an age, to me, was just as bad as what Boosie did. You feel what I'm saying? And I know one is illegal, and people say that's pedophilia. It's not even the same category. Listen to me. No, it's not the same. I never said what Boosie did is the same act. It's like murder and rape. All right? Somebody kills somebody. That's a level of finality that you can't take back. But if you rape somebody, you're equally fucked up. Both of them need to go to prison for a long time. All right? Both of them are bad. They're not the same act, but I look at both of them like, I'm not fucking with no just murderers, and I ain't fucking with no rapists either. You feel what I'm saying? But, so they're not the same act, but to me, both of them are equally like, oh, fuck no, hell no. I'm not down with either one. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to understand about my particular point of view on this whole situation. All right, but the whole conversation about how I would support, I honestly can't tell you because I didn't have to deal with it. I'm just saying, my son, all the conversations that we've already had about girls and stuff like that, I can't see how I raise my son without having a conversation about a relationship, a crush he's got, some girl. How do I do that? How do I raise him to be? So how do I raise him? How can I school him on any of that? Because if he's gay, then he's probably gonna have. I'm assuming they have all that stuff. But how do I guide him on that? What am I gonna say to him? I've already had a ton of conversations with him when it came to him and how he should talk to this girl or whatever. I got that lined up for him. I know what to say. You feel me? Which is why I can't accept. I can raise him to be a decent human being, but I have no fucking clue how to raise a man into being a gay son. I can just raise him to be a decent human being. But sexuality and your relationships are such an important part of your life. How we gonna downplay that? We can't downplay that shit. All right, area code 678-570. What up? Who's this?
It's Promo Diva Tip checking in from the South Side. What's going on?
Oh, Tip, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling.
Yes, most definitely. So I saw when you originally posted that question that day, and the reason I didn't comment was because I am one of those people that I think it's two different scenarios. It's no comparison. And like how you were just saying crimes, if we're naming crimes, it's like texting and driving and robbery. And the reason I say that is that it was both. I agree with you as far as it was both bad parenting choices. With the Dwayne Wade situation, I agree on the fact of him supporting his child's decision. I don't agree with the parading. I think that they should have kept that in-house until the child was grown and made a legitimate decision what was going on with the kid before they put it all out there on blast like that. With the Boosie situation, I just think it was dumb all the way around. You know, if he was going to do a situation like that, it was just more stupid to put it out there on social media and put it on blast like that.
Oh, yeah. That was
it was just way too much to comment on your original post, because it's like, It's like when we're going to an open mic and having to judge an R&B artist against a rapper.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, that's just like okay, I can still do that because there's gonna be some core things, some fundamental things that I can still just pick apart instantly, Tip. I can instantly I can instantly say whether or not you have some legitimate real talent. I can instantly say whether or not your song is mixed and mastered. I can instantly tell you, whether or not you're on beat, irregardless if you can really sing or if you really can flow. There's certain levels of basic stuff that we're going to be able to have a common ground on that I still can be able to quickly just make an assertion, irregardless of the genre. And I say that to say this,
right?
But I say that to say this. When if I'm raising my son, right, you got to know that there's going to be common ground, common things. If my son is a heterosexual and he wants to be heterosexual. Now let me just say this in the middle of this caveat. The worst thing that could ever come out, ever, to the point where I really just some of the disgust that people have with Boosie. I didn't reach that level of disgust. I was like, this nigga tripping, kind of sort of like, fam, but not that level of disgust that some of you had. But what could make me get to the level of disgust with Boosie is if we somehow got wind of the little boy didn't even want that to happen. You understand me? Like the little boy, if the little boy was like, no, daddy, I really don't want to. He was like, man, you better let that girl suck your dick. Okay, now at that particular point, I got a huge problem with Boosie. You feel what I'm saying? It turns into a whole nother situation, right? You feel what I'm saying? That changes my whole perspective on all of it. He wrong. You feel me? He wrong, but that changes it and takes it to a whole nother level. Like, hold on, nigga. Now when y'all start throwing around terms like molestation and pedophilia and all that, now I'm on board with y'all. You feel me? But if right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm just telling you, it's a little more easier for me to absorb because I'm thinking about 14-year-old me. His son is 14 years old or 13 years old. I'm thinking about 13 because I was trying to get pussy at 13 and 14. I just had to get my shot. When you 13, 14 and you kind of raised up a little bit sheltered, it's hard to kind of map that shit out to when you actually gonna be able to get this pussy. Even though you kind of feel like she want to do it and he want to do it, when the fuck are we gonna be alone outside of school? That was my problem. You know what I'm saying? But I was actively trying to get my dick sucked and get pussy at 13 and 14. I was chasing girls on the cool. You feel what I'm saying? So if the little boy already in the environment because his daddy Lil Boosie and his daddy probably got half naked bitches all around all the time, bad women all the time, and he looking at the little boy, looking at the girl ass like, woo. If he got one of them kind of sons, an alpha male heterosexual son that already probably was trying to get some pussy anyway, and he just said, man, give this little nigga some head. You feel me? That's not what I would do. Don't think he should have did it. But it makes a complete difference as if the little boy was like, really like, no, and like was like terrified. You feel what I'm saying? Boosie know his kids.
The only thing with his situation, what makes me kind of dismiss it is just the stupidity of putting it on social media.
That was stupid as fuck. That was the worst part. But see, that's what made me. That's why.
I mean, because
Dwayne Wade was
just going up around guys all the time. That's typically something uncles do for a nephew anyway. It's just not on broadcast.
We know. That's my whole point. The whole level of brand newness I'm seeing with all this shit is really why I'm laughing, because I'm seeing some of these same people. I know it's first of all, people forget that you know them in real life. There's a lot of people on my social media feed that I really for real in real life know. Like I really went to high school and junior high with some of these people. So I know you was fucking dudes and sucking dudes in the break room. Now you trying to act like Boosie the worst parent ever. Bitch.
Right.
Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. Because people might put two and two together. I ain't when you say that on the L. Ignore that last thing. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Because y'all might put that together because I'm from a small town. But listen, fam. Listen. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. All right. Okay.
But I mean,
because y'all gonna push me to be real ugly.
Okay, and I just agree. I agree. It was stupid parental decisions. It is on different levels. And it really just boils down to everything doesn't have to be on social media. you know, if he wants to support his child at this point, the best support Dwayne Wade could give his child is not parade him around the world, because they don't really know if that's how he really wants to be. You know, there are some people at that age that can say they knew for sure, and there's some people at that age that experimented. So, you know, I feel like by putting it on parade and broadcasting it, that was a little bit extra. Same thing with Boosie. If that happens at your spot, let it happen at your spot. Don't put it on social media.
Yeah, that was the worst part of what he did. But that was also, to me, the worst part of what Wade did was the parading around in the interviews and all that. That just made me even that's why I was just like, bruh, that's why it's like the same to me. People like, it ain't the same. Yeah, it is, because Dwayne Wade sat there and paraded that little boy around with that bullshit the same way Boosie got his dumb ass on social media saying that shit. Whereas, of course, we know 20 years ago, saying that shit ain't no big deal, but you can't do it now. It's a different time. Even though it still go on.
Right.
It still goes on. All right, Tip, hold on. I got another caller, all right?
All right.
Stand by. Area code 843-998. What up?
Man, you already know who it is. What's going on with you, bro?
Billy Bad, what's going on, man? And don't you get on here all sanctimonious and shit. You over here talking about you want a polygamous relationship, and now you over there on the news feed talking about, man, go ahead, man. Go ahead with your point. What you finna say? Because you finna say some bullshit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, man, listen. I said this before. I say it again. Boosie ain't got no leg to stand on. And here's the thing. And I be short on this. Okay, so with kids making these life changing decisions, I went to middle school and high school with gay people. You know what I'm saying? Who made these life changing decisions at this age that D-Wade's child is at now. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, I'm all for it, because here's the thing. When kids don't feel they've been accepted with what they feel that they're happy about, you know, that adds on to the suicide rate. That adds on to kids not being more talkative. That adds on to like going into issues into mental health, and talks about the mental health aspect of it, you know, and that's what people do not tend to look at. You know, think of you look at all these kids committing suicide on Facebook Live and shit because they're not getting the attention that they need help. You know what I'm saying? So like with kids coming out early, you know, with this life-changing decision, and they're happy and they're comfortable about it. And as a father, you know, of a child, of a son, you know, if my son was like, you know what, hey Dad, I know we did this, but you know, I'm leaning a little bit more here. I'm not going to shun him. I'm still going to be a father. I'm still going to love him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to have my son, one, add on to the suicide rate, and then two, my father left me. I'm not going to leave my son, no matter what he do.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You know, and that's just real shit, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
We can't shun our kids at all, you know? So I get what you're saying as a father to Blizzard, you know, and I kind of, sort of get what Boosie was trying to do, but statutory rape is statutory rape. You know what I'm saying? And if you self-snitching, you a hood nigga. You ain't supposed to be doing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the self-snitching aspect of it.
How to be a man?
Yeah. The self-snitching aspect of it is just, I don't understand how Boosie did not think this was going to be a huge problem. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, like we know what niggas really do,
man.
but
we don't make nobody act like that.
You can't, bro. You can't.
And I'm a
serious
smoker. You know, it don't make nobody act like that.
Nah. You can't. Listen, I'm the stupidest part. People may be like, bro, are you really saying that's the worst part of it? Yes. The worst part of what Boosie did really was literally talking about that shit in 2020. On what the fuck? That's why I was just like, you can't really defend the level of stupidity of it all. You really can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even, because when I made my post, Billy Bad, I don't know if you saw it. I wasn't trying to dissuade people that Boosie
and I know you
was
weren't trying to put it in the realm of gay versus straight, but it does lean towards gay versus straight because of the fact that Boosie is making sure that because these were his words. I'm teaching my boys now how to be gay. So it does lead into that realm of it's gonna be gay versus straight.
Probably so
because of his comments prior to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? On top of that, I can't even necessarily be mad because as a heterosexual male, I was teaching my son not to. I was pushing my son towards heterosexuality too. Now I'm glad he decided ultimately to do it on his own.
I'm not gonna sit there and put old run mile paid tricks on. No, I want my son to experience that shit with somebody he likes. You know what I'm saying? Like I did. I lost my virginity at 15 with a girl I like.
Yeah.
And she's the same age. Not some paid hoes.
Listen, what he did was wrong.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't how you supposed to take
I didn't get my listen.
from me.
That's not how I got my first piece was either. My dad and my uncles didn't hook me the fuck up either, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I had to get out here and get it on my own.
First kiss too,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I was 6 years old when I had my first kiss. You know, when I first got head, I was 12. I remember that stuff. When I first lost my V card, I was 15. I remember that. But these were girls of my age, not no paid hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those were special moments. That's how you can remember them.
Exactly.
No matter how young you are.
You got a point about that. We are in agreement on the fact that he should have. Well, but I want to say one thing. I don't think we are 100%. I don't think they were virgins.
Virginity away from them before they can experience that shit themselves.
Yeah, but I don't know if they virgins though.
No
We assuming.
They be like, yeah, Boosie.
Hold up. We assuming that those boys was virgins in this conversation, which we don't know. But
assume.
Yeah, we're assuming that those boys.
This is Baton Rouge now.
Exactly, nigga. And his daddy Lil Boosie. You understand? So we're assuming, for fuck's sake, we're assuming a 14-year-old boy who has a celebrity rapper as a father is a virgin. Nigga, I was able to finesse some pussy at 14, and my mama didn't want to let me do shit. And I was still able to finesse some pussy at 14, 13 going on 14. You feel what I'm saying? Man. So I'm pretty sure we're not talking about some virgins, but we don't know. But irregardless, you are right. Shit was wrong. He shouldn't have did it. Definitely shouldn't have fucking put it out on social media. Kelby Canick has a good point over here. Hold on, Billy Bad. I got another call. Stand by, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Kelby Canick. I don't think I'm going to get to my other fucking discussion I plan on talking about today, too, because this shit just keep rolling. Area code 423, you on deck. Kelby Canick on Facebook has a good point. That's my homie Harder to Pin. My bad. I meant to put the phone number. I'm sorry, Instagram Live. Instagram be getting a little too difficult. My bad. Let me trying to do both of them. I forgot to put the number 347-934-0966. I'm gonna pin it up on the Instagram Live feed in case you want to call into the show. I see the homie over there, the 423. I'm finna come to him next. Kelby Canick. Oh, my wife is on the feed saying he was only 12. She's saying that Boosie's son was only 12. Have we confirmed that yet? No, I know Dwayne Wade's son was 12 when he came out, which means they had to start going on when he was 10, 9, however. My wife is on Instagram Live saying the little boy was only 12. I want to remind my wife that I was still trying to get some pussy at 12. That's the 7th grade. I was definitely trying to fuck something in the 7th grade. Facts. Stand by. Kelby Canick says there's a 7-year-old who thinks that they want to be Iron Man, which leads to the question of how much agency do you give a 7-year-old in a life-changing decision? And I think that's another one of my overall points on the Dwayne Wade side. That side of the conversation is just like, I understand support, but how do you let your son, if I'm a man, I just couldn't do it. How do I let my son decide that? And I got to tell y'all, just like I said in my comment earlier, how much did Gabrielle Union have to do with any of this shit? That's one part of the conversation that me and my wife had. And I told her straight the hell up. I feel like Gabrielle Union, based on looking at her and her personality, some of the things she said publicly, because she's a celebrity, so I saw it. I've seen several quotes and several interviews. How much did her influence over that boy come into play when Dwayne Wade was out? He was on the road and the boy was with her. Because you know his baby mama was with that fuck shit. So he had the kids. You feel what I'm saying? Because the baby mama was with the bullshit. She was basically unfit. How much did Gabrielle Union and her ultra feminist ass have to do with that? We talking about influence. How much did she, like Kelby just said, yeah, that's a 7-year-old that wants to be Iron Man. How much stock do you put in that? And people are going to say, you trying to compare being Iron Man to being, a life decision like, with your sexuality? I'm just saying the motherfucker is 7. The kid is 7. The kid is 9. But, hey, both of them wrong in my book. Area code 423, What's going on? K100 Radio, what's up, homie?
What up, man? How you doing, man? Sound like the heart of the pen. What's good, brother?
What's good, man? Thank you for calling into the show. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, man. Go ahead, you got it. What you think?
Well, first, I kind of tuned in late. I kind of got the gist of what y'all talking about. Just give me like a rundown, or give me what's the question?
My overall question was this.
What is
This is my overall question. I started this show out because I made a post on Facebook real quick for anybody who may be just jumping into this conversation. This is K100 Radio. This is Points of View, all right? This is our live talk segment, 347-934-0966. Shout out to anybody that's listening to the podcast. Please subscribe accordingly on Spotify or on the YouTube channel. Now, listen, all right? I asked when the whole thing with Boosie came out, I made a post. And my post was about all of this anger and how everybody was, like, ready to crucify Boosie because he decided to let some chick suck his son's dick, and the chick is a grown woman. Let him say it. So it was a grown woman. His son, you know what I'm saying? She let the girls, she let the girls suck his dick, right? And that's illegal. That's wrong and everything. But I said, I felt like Dwayne Wade allowing his son to dress up in girl clothes and act like he a girl, because he ain't even just gay. It's one of those situations where the little boy want to be a girl, where they're allowing him to dress up like a girl. And I want to make sure I make everybody clear on that part. See, even with Reese Cup, I'm gonna come back to Reese Cup line in a minute, because I got to make sure I'm clear on this one part right here too. Pay attention. It's not even that the little boy wanted to be gay. You feel what I'm saying? The little boy wants to dress up. They bought him girl clothes, put fingernails on this boy. I saw pictures of the little boy with lipstick on. You feel what I'm saying? See, it wasn't just that the little boy wanted to be gay. He allowing the little boy to want to be a female. Do you understand? See, it's just like when people, and the crazy part is, the gay community always try to make a clear separation in, if you gay, that's not the same thing as being transsexual. Transsexual and whatever sexual and all that is different. It's not the same. None of it's the same. It's different. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, you can't. They're saying I'm not supportive of him being gay. Hold on, not only did he want him to be gay, he allowed this little boy to dress up in girl clothes, wear press-on nails and makeup, bruh. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then paraded that little fucking boy around. Let me tell you something, fam. I wouldn't give a single solitary fuck. Ain't no way in hell. Even if my son wanted to be gay, bruh, was gay, felt gay, was kissing boys at 5, like Reese Cup said she was kissing girls at 5, any of that. It's a stark difference between seeing that and dealing with all that and literally dressing your child the fuck up in clothes of the opposite sex and allowing them to want to present themselves as the opposite sex when you know fucking well he a boy. That's even another level of just being supportive of the fact that they may like boys sexually or be attracted to boys. I'm not co-signing either, nigga. I don't give a fuck how you feel. That's how I feel. And I would have never allowed it in my house. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying, it's not just the fact that he said he wanted to be gay. They allowed him and bought him clothes to dress up and be a girl. That's a whole nother level. So I said that what Dwayne Wade did was just as bad to me as what Boosie did. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. And I mean, I guess I will also say it's even worse. Not that what Boosie did was not wrong. And if you want, if you want to call it bad parenting, you can call it that too. But I'm just gonna say this, because I'm also a parent too, and we live in a day and time where our world today is all about this new age, new way of living, new way of doing things, new way of expressing yourself and all this kind of stuff. And the bottom line for me is, at 5 years old, at 6 years old, and 9 years old, a kid don't know what they want to do. They don't know what they want to be. They don't have the capacity or the brain cells to figure out a lot of things. And at those ages, those are the most important ages where that they need their parent the most, to guide them, to teach them, to direct them, to show them what certain things should be and how they should be done.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the example that those kids are around and how it affects them will affect how they will see life later on, whether it's to be a heterosexual male or not or whatever. So to me, the greatest influence on a child is the people that are teaching them in their home what to do and what not to do. I don't come from the era where that my child dictates to me as a child what he or she wants to be, how they want to dress, how they, and what they should do. Because at the end of the day, they don't really know. You would know better than them. So at the end of the day, I don't believe in this thing where kids can walk up to you and say, "Hey, I want to be gay or whatever," and I'm just gonna sit up there and let them do that as if that's okay. Because in my heart of hearts, I know that it's not okay. Not to mention the fact that I don't necessarily, not to mention I don't believe in that lifestyle. Now I don't hate people who do it because that's not the kind of person that I am. But I just don't condone in that kind of lifestyle and in that kind of living. And I'm not gonna pass it on to my kid, to my child, who can barely count and do certain other things. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's my job as a parent to lead, teach, and to guide, not the other way around. And I think we live in a society where the people now want to let the kids dictate to the parents what they should do, how they should live, And that's what's wrong with a lot of our homes today. It's the kids making the rules. It's the kids dictating to the parents what they should do. And the parents, instead of being, strict and tough and also parents with some ground rules, they're giving their kids too much of a voice and too much of leniency to do and to dictate certain things that they know in damn well hell we couldn't do when we was growing up.
All right, so let me, and thank you for the call. I appreciate it. It's a couple of points. This is K100 Radio.
You
couple
are
points,
tuned to the K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
So listen, there's a couple of points that I want to make sure that particular caller said that I want to key in on. The first thing is, if I'm being honest, I feel I can understand our earlier caller, DJ Reese Cups, when she called in, and she said she knew how she felt at 5, right? She felt that way. Okay, I can't argue with that because I'm not her. That's like somebody trying to sit here and argue me down my point about how I feel about this. I literally can't argue with her about how she felt. So I cannot do that. That's hypocritical as hell. On this show, that makes no sense. So if a person says they felt that way, if you say so, fam, I can only go with that. However, and also the point that he just said, where it's our job to guide us. And I'll use Reese Cup again. She said she was raised in a church home. I was raised in a church home when I was younger. Still ended up selling dope, fucking hoes, doing all kind of wild, reckless shit. Mama and them had to kick me the fuck out. That's how bad they got. I was with the shit. Mama had to kick me out. I got kicked out of my house when I was 15 years old, bro. That's how off the chain I was. Mama had to kick me out. Mom and Pop, you got to go. Bucking. When I'm literally not gonna do what the fuck you say, even though you raised me to be a certain way. Now, like this caller just said, and like Reese Cup said, she was raised obviously to not be gay, but she, 2020, she gay. She like girls. So maybe a kid does quote unquote know what they want. I can lean and say, okay, maybe Dwayne Wade's son knows he wants to like boys. I don't even, cause see, it's so confusing because I don't even want to know, because then you got gay people that say just cause he dressed like a girl doesn't necessarily mean he like. I got jumped on one post because I assumed that trannies all was gay. Then I got told all trannies ain't gay. There are trannies that have sex with girls. So I'm like, I started scratching my head. I was lost at that point. Whatever. If y'all say so, okay, cool. So we can't just even assume that he wants to have sex with boys at this point. We just know he felt like he wanted to be a girl. It's called gender. It's not even sexuality. It's gender. It's a gender thing. So they're trying to get rid of gender. It's not even that the little boy necessarily want to sleep with boys. That's what they say. They just saying he want to be a girl, not a boy. But he could end up sleeping with girls. If I got that right. I'm going to bring Risa back on the line to make sure she helped me clear that shit up. It's confusing to some of us older, heterosexual, straight people. It is, though. Seriously, I'm joking about that, but I'm actually fucking really serious. It's confusing. All right. But I say all that to say that what he's saying, that the role of parents is to guide, I will concede that you can tell a kid and guide a kid all you want to. But a person gonna do what the fuck they want to do. I'm proof positive, and so is Reese Cup. Proof positive that your parents can try to influence you all they want to, but you're gonna do what the fuck you want to do, especially when you get grown. I started doing what the fuck I want to do at 14, got kicked out the house at 15. Is what it is. Love my mama to death, but she had to kick me the fuck out. Her, my stepdaddy. God bless his soul. One of the greatest men I ever knew. Love him to death. He had to kick me out of his house. So the way your parents guide you ain't necessarily guaranteed to make you be what you want to be. But what I'm saying is, what I refuse to do as a daddy, what I'm not gonna do, is simply allow my young son to tell me, Daddy, I feel like I want to be a girl. Nigga, let's go out here and goddamn shoot these jumpers. If I punch in your fucking chest, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. That's gonna be my toxic ass fucking answer to that shit. So I'm one of them parents that the mama never ever would have let it come to me. They would have had to hide it. I ain't gonna lie. And people say that's fucked up, Blizzum. You toxic. That's toxic masculinity. I never really got on here and never really said I wasn't necessarily toxic. You know what I'm saying? Probably, by y'all definition. Because what the fuck you mean? First of all, I would have divorced Gabrielle Union the moment she said some shit like that to me. But me and Dwayne Wade are two different kind of guys. I got the kind. My wife know fuck well. If it's gonna be a whole problem if I find out you encouraging that. If I find out you actually letting my son play with baby dolls when I ain't around. If I find out you letting my son go to the nail salon and get his nails painted with you or any other sorts, motherfucker, you know we getting a divorce and you know that shit gonna be bad. Cause she knows me. She know that's not gonna fly. Gabrielle Union was married to a guy where she felt like maybe they could be down. But I'm not letting even if he feels some kind of way, even if he felt like he wanted to be, you think I'm really finna let him go get his nails painted and put makeup on and wear girl clothes? Man, no, man. No. And he gonna be what he gonna be when he 18. It ain't necessarily, I'm not even saying he shouldn't even love him. Just like Billy Bass said. The point everybody missing on my whole overall point of view is, I'm saying that what he did in allowing his son to dress up like a girl and portray himself as a female, to me, allowing and then on top of that encouraging it by buying him clothing that looks like that, by allowing him to go out in public with nails on and makeup on and then parading him all on TV with that shit on, to me, as a father, as a man, that is just as bad as the shit Boosie did. My wife on the Facebook page, and she's making sure that I recognize that Lil Boosie's son was 12 when Boosie got that girl to suck his son dick. So he wasn't 14, he was 12. Okay. He was 12 years old when that's what my wife, she done went over there and found the article and posted it on there. You know, me and her talked about this. She know it never would have flew in the house, but she's trying to make a point. She one of the women that feel like that's just fucked up. You don't let no, cause she more mad at the sick ass broad that actually sucked the dick. She's one of those she's a super protective mama. So she wants to strangle the bitch that did it, and she's super uber upset with Boosie for allowing that. She claims she don't agree with what D-Wade did either. But she also says she feels much more stronger about what Boosie did. But she's a woman, like I said. She's a woman. She's a female. You dig? So, yeah. Okay, I understand. Two different things. She said it's two totally different things. And while I will agree again that they are two totally different things, they are two totally different acts. If I've got to be 100% honest with you, my level of disgust for both is like, bruh, why you do that? And nigga, why do you do that? I'm not indifferent on either one, even though they ain't the same thing. The way I feel about each one is like, ain't no fucking way in the hell. As a father, as a man, either one is going down. My son wasn't gonna get subjected to either one. If he wanted to be a girl, he wasn't fucking wearing press-on nails and makeup and shit. If he wanted to be gay or whatever, you'll do that when you get 18. But what you ain't finna do, and what I ain't finna do, is buy you some motherfucking goddamn press-on nails and let you wear makeup around this bitch at 12 years old. I want y'all to understand. The little boy, they letting the little boy play girl. Like, he ain't even just embracing his quote-unquote sexuality again. And I'm finna go to Reese Cup right now in a second because I got to ask her this question. Hold on, Reese Cup, 1 second. Because from what I understand from the community is it's not even a sexual thing if he wants to. It's gender. It's the gender. It's gender. It's not even sex. And some people be like, Boosie let his son engage in a sexual act, which makes it pedophilia and makes it illegal and all that. You fucking right. If Boosie get locked up behind all this shit, I ain't got no rap for you, pimp. You did this shit to yourself. You shouldn't even did the shit, nigga. Then you took your stupid ass on social media with that fuck shit. So if Boosie get locked up, child protection services, he get violated for parole or probation or some shit, nigga, if he end up getting locked up behind all this shit, bro, make no mistake about it, I ain't gonna feel a motherfucking goddamn ounce of sympathy for Boosie's stupid ass. He shouldn't have did it, nor should you show his fuck hell, should have said it on fucking social media. Nigga, is you crazy? You can have your views, but you can't admit to that shit like that on the air. That's just, I can't feel sorry for you. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, eh. And before I go to Reese Cup, I'd like to make one more confession. If I'm being completely honest with y'all about all of these, with these two brothers, I can live in a world without Lil Boosie than I can with Dwayne Wade. Because guess what? I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm from Florida. That's Flash. I fuck with Dwayne Wade professionally. I can't name you 3 Boosie songs I like. I'm not even a fucking fan, bro. I shit you not. I don't even listen to Boosie music. He ain't for me. So that let you know this ain't about I feel like he a real nigga, blah, blah. This, that. Now listen, man. If I gotta pick and choose which one of these men exists in the world, nigga, y'all can have Boosie. I won't give a fuck, nigga. That nigga Flash was on the Heat, nigga. He brought us some chips. Give me Flash, nigga. Even though you fucked up with what you did with your son, nigga, give me Flash. I'm a fucking Miami Heat fan, nigga. I'm from Florida. That's my team. Give me Flash. Fuck Boosie. Period, nigga. Right out. I don't listen to your music anyway like that, nigga. I don't care. Let's just be clear. I don't. That's just me personally. I understand this. He got fans and shit, but nigga, I really don't even listen to his music. So this ain't even about me choosing a side on that level. This is all about a decision that these two dudes made as fathers. And I'm here to tell you, both of them was fucked up. I was equally disappointed in both of them, even though it's two separate acts. And sad as it, and it's controversial, or as much as you may disagree with me, when it comes down to my son, I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm being real. If I gotta encourage my son to dress like a girl and put press on nails and let him get his feet and toes done and makeup and parade him around everybody and present him as she, or let a woman suck his dick, he getting his dicks up. That's just fucking it. He getting his dicks up. K1's radio.
You are tuned to K100
I got no other rap for you,
Radio,
fam.
Hip-Hop, and
This is how I feel.
R&B.
But let me go back to Reese Cup. Hey, Reese Cup.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, help me out. Obviously, we coming up on the end of the show. and I'm not even going to get to. I'm gonna read some more of the comments in the Facebook page too. I'm not going to get back. I'm not going to get to talk about Breonna Taylor. I'm going to have to pause that Breonna Taylor part because this went on, and we had people calling in. And it was awesome, interesting points. But is Dwayne? I need to be clear on something. Is Dwayne Wade's son? Because Dwayne Wade's son says he wants to be a girl, right? It's not about sex.
Right.
It's about gender.
Correct.
So I need some clarification from the community. Let me know what is the difference if somebody wants to be. They don't want to be. They want to. If that doesn't necessarily mean they gay. And somebody told me this, and I'm still confused on it. Help me out with that part.
Right. Okay. So what he's saying is that he identifies more with a woman than he does as far as a man. Being transgender means that you identify more with one sex. I guess how you say it, male or female over the other. He identifies with being more of a woman than anything. That's what transgender is. It's not about the sex act and being with a man or being with a woman. It's about the identity that you felt that you should have been born as. He felt that he was born as a woman, but he's in a male body. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it's not about the act of sex or, having sex with men or being gay. He's saying he's transgender and that he felt he was born in the wrong body. And so that's where the transgender, and it gets kind of confusing as far as people say, oh, well, trannies, and trannies are a whole different, that's why I get so kind of upset when heterosexual, not saying you, but just in general, people who aren't gay or aren't in the community that don't know, try to speak on our behalf and say, well, he's a tranny, he wants to do this. No. He doesn't want to, he's not, he identifies internally as a woman. Just like there are some white people that say they feel they're black. Just like there's some black people that say they feel that they're white. They identify more with one over another. And it's something on the inside. It's an internal thing. And it has nothing to do with sex. And I think that's where people get confused. Oh, he wants to be with men. I know a lot of trans people, transgender people, I'll say that actually, end up being with a woman. Like it's weird. It's like, okay, so you're technically a lesbian.
Yeah.
But
it is weird.
But I get it. I understand. You just identify more with one sexuality over the other. And that's okay. But the thing as far as, him parading his son around and things like that, what a lot of people don't know, the son was already on social media and everything before Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union even got involved in it. He was at school. He was at school secretly doing things as far as doing makeup or his nails or a certain way he dressed and things like that. And when they found out, what do you do when you find out that this is how your son has been, what's been going on behind your back, basically? So in all of that, remember, he already had a following on social media. And that's the crazy thing about it. People don't realize that before Dwayne Wade and all them got involved in this whole thing, the little boy was already being accepted and acting and living in the gay community. He was already there. He had friends that are gay. People that he's talked to.
All right. So and that's why I always tell parents, like, you have to be involved in your kids, even in the social media world and things like that, because you don't know what your child is really doing. Dwayne Wade travels. We know that every other day they're in a different city. So how much is he really home? It's not Gabrielle Union's job to discipline her stepchild. Whoa,
they're still trying to get this relationship. Hold on.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Why not?
Hold on. It's especially when you have a mother that's still involved in that relationship between the mother and the stepmom and things like that are still vital. Still vital. So they still have an issue there as far as that. So I get where she took a step back and said, hey, I understand this is your child. I can't come at your child the way you would necessarily come at your child and do certain things. But what I can say is I've noticed some things with your child. I've talked to your child about it. This is what they've explained to me. Now, you as the dad at some point have to talk to your child. And you as the mom also have to talk to your child and get an understanding. I can only do so much as a step-parent we don't know the level that she has of discipline. We don't, because some step-parents don't step into that role like that. So it's a lot of factors, I feel, that played out in it. But at the end of the day, the son was already doing all this before Dwayne or Gabrielle got involved in it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you.
He was already doing it. He was already dressed in a certain way. He said he used to sit in his room and make his own clothes because he started to learn how to sew and make his own clothes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you
got a child secretly doing this. What do you do as a parent when you find out and it's publicized?
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much, Reese Cup. And I thank you for kind of sort of clearing up the transgender. Even though I'm still leaving this call confused, I thank you for your efforts. I appreciate it. I do. I sincerely appreciate the efforts. Thank you.
But you know what? Listen, I will say this. I appreciate you having this dialogue in this format. I think it's very informative for people. And I think it's also a way to show people, like, we can agree to disagree. We can talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
And the same way I learned something from you guys learned something from my community and things like that. So I think it's a great direction. I love you talking about it and just bringing awareness on all sides of it. Even though you may not understand it, and even if you may not agree with it, I still appreciate the effort in trying to understand it. And that's all that, I think most people in the gay community want, is just to try to understand it and accept it. You may not like us, but you got to try to understand it at least to a certain level. Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling. I appreciate the call. You dig? For real, Reese Cup. For sure. All right.
No problem, bro.
Check her out. Check her out on social media at DJ Reese Cup. Really easy to find. She's really dope too, by the way. Some of you dudes don't really want it with that DJ accent. She'll fade a lot of you brothers. I'm being 100 with you. All right, straight up. She's she nice. So she's cool as hell. I'm glad she called in. She's supportive of K100 Radio. I support her any chance I get. So it's never no disrespect, but she already knows. We've had a discussion before where, listen, I'm a K100 Radio is K100, and I'm a be me at all times. Even when we out here in these industry streets, same guy. Right? Love you to death, but I'm going to say and do what I want to say and do. All right? And I'm going to tell you how I feel, whether it's a panel, judging artist, or on K100 Radio talking about an issue like this. All right? But I really appreciate the call. Although I'm slightly, I think I might be more confused. K100 Radio, Heart of the Pen said he wanted to make one more point. He's still on the line. The show is coming up to an end. I'm going to give my last tirade. I'm going to read a couple of more comments in the news feed, and then we're going to wrap this up, man. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk about the Breonna Taylor case. The show is supposed to be half this subject and half talking about the Breonna Taylor tragedy, but I'm going to have to save that for the next one. I didn't want it to stretch out that far because it kind of be quote-unquote old news, but looks like we're going to have to. Show's only 2 hours. You got like 1 minute, Heart of the Pen. Go ahead, homie. You're on the air.
All right, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Am I good?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
All right, cool. All right, so I want to respond to something you said. Yes, it is true that parents can guide and lead their kids and, do all the necessary things that they have to do to, make sure that their kids come out right as far as what they think that is right and what's best for the kids. And even when doing so, the kids may still turn around when they get older and grown and may do the opposite. That is very true. But all I'm saying is, even with that being said, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna let my kids just still run wild while they're underage and do what they want to do, because they may feel a certain way. And I say that to go back to something that you said. Even if you had a child that said, I want to be a girl or I want to be a boy, mm-hmm. I mean, that's cool, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna allow you to run around and be that when I know better. I'm gonna still teach you. I'm gonna still guide you. I'm gonna still do the things as a man, as a father, that I feel like that I need to do to, get you to understand that this ain't what you really want to be. This how you should be. This how a man is supposed to be. And this is how you become a man, and this is why. Now, when you become 18, if you still feel the way that you felt at 6, 7, or 8, then you know what? That's on you. But at least as a parent, I want to make sure that I do all that I can to make sure that I don't just allow you to be freely in your thinking when I know that it's immature at the time, and I know better as a parent and as an adult. What you do after that, when you become of age, that's on you. So that's all I was basically saying.
All right. And all right. Thank you for calling, fam. And listen, you got your child, in the way that you see fit and in the way that you think is right. So all of us are gonna react to this differently. All right. And everybody's path is different. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of factors in everybody's life that's gonna make them see this particular situation the way they see it. All right, the way you were raised, what happened to you. You feel me? If you were ever molested by an older person growing up, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel real strongly about Boosie letting the grown woman suck his child dick. You're gonna feel like, how could he co-sign that, especially when you had it done to you and you didn't even want it from the opposite sex or the same sex? You're gonna feel strongly about it. You feel what I'm saying? Or maybe you was like me, 15 years old. Truth be told, I was getting some pussy from a 25-year-old woman at 15. And she definitely wasn't forcing me to do a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I was a wild kid. Once I hit them streets, I hit them streets. You dig? So I hit them streets, bro. You feel me? So also why everything that I went through as a teenager from the ages of 15 to 18, I completely did not want my son to go through any of it, because I understand how much it can affect you. Maybe I am toxic. See, I can admit that maybe how you view me as quote unquote toxic, I can admit that I may not be the best parent. But I am going to tell you that I'm not going to back down from certain things when I make a stance about certain stuff. You feel what I'm saying? The way I feel about allowing my son to be transgender, because we're not saying, Reese Cup corrected me, the little boy wanted to be transgender, not necessarily gay. He felt like he is a girl. Which, when I stop and think about it, I don't even know at that point. But I just know I'm not buying you no motherfucking dress, little nigga. That's what's not for that. No. I don't give. You can sit in your room and make dresses all motherfucking day, but you ain't finna put one of the motherfuckers on and go to fucking school in it, nigga. I guarantee you that. You feel me? So, my whole point overall is that while it may seem a little bit harsh what I'm saying, it may seem insensitive, it may seem cruel, it may seem toxic, I gotta tell you guys, ultimately, that I'll stand firm by what I said when I say that what he did to me personally, what he did was worse, or just not, or as bad as what Boosie did. And I'm not backing away from that sentiment. Even after all the calls, even after all the commenting, I feel how I feel about it. I generally feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't feel bad about it, because I mean, have you ever fucking met me? Why would I? You know what I'm saying? You know me? You know that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know me feeling bad about how you feel about how I feel. It's never gonna happen, fam. Never. All right? My kids can't even guilt me to feeling a different kind of way. All right? But I will tell you guys that everybody can raise their kids how they see fit, like y'all love to say, because I sure raised mine the way I wanted to do it. So I'm definitely not here to tell you how to raise yours. But you can't tell me how to feel about a situation like this. I'm going to feel the way I feel. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Boosie was dead ass wrong, dead ass stupid. I think it's more stupid than equally stupid and wrong. I don't know, man. Just saying something like that on social media in 2020. I don't even know what the fuck bro was thinking. I don't know if he was high that night or what the fuck. Or maybe he's just steadfast in his belief that nigga, he is not finna raise no gay, no son. That's gay. Even though he could adversely create the situation, especially if he forced that situation on his son. We don't know. I did say if he forced it on him, that's worse. But I thank you guys for tuning into the show. It's been really, really, really dope. Really great conversation at the end of the day. A lot of people tuned in, and a lot of people had some comments over there. I wish I could have got to all of the comments on the live feed, but I just wasn't able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But again, I thank you guys for tuning into the show. I got Illa Kill coming up this Wednesday. Also got some direct line interviews on Thursday. All right. So I hope you guys can check out the direct line interviews that we got coming up on Thursday. And I appreciate it if you guys can tune in. We got 4 of them in one day, so we're gonna do a 2-hour direct line interview block. We got an OG in the game that's gonna come through. You know what I mean? A veteran in the hip hop industry. We got him starting it off the segment, and then we got a couple of independent artists. So I hope you guys can tune in on Thursday and check that out. Just remember, if you missed any part of this show, you can catch the replay on our Spotify podcast, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can hear it. K100radio.com is our website. If you got any subjects you think we should talk about on Points of View, during the course, doing social media, tag us in something. Tag us and stuff. I mean, if you go on K100 Radio, we got articles about all kind of different stuff. Like I said, we were supposed to touch on that Breonna Taylor situation. We got to save that for another segment. But we talk about all kind of stuff, man. We talk about politics, stuff like this, music industry stuff. Did you guys check that fucking Will Smith remix over Joyner Lucas's The remix with Will Smith? I did a whole blog about that shit. That shit was so ill to me. But I touched on a couple of other things that maybe you didn't think about when that dropped. Go over there and check that article out. It's why I feel like that the song Will by Joyner Lucas and that dope ass video, and then the ultimate response that Will Smith gave him on social media, and then jumping on the remix and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? At 50 years old, still jumping on the track. He wrote that himself. He said, "Don't get it fucked up." He wrote that shit. That's him. All right. I thought that was extra dope. I did a whole article about that, a whole quick write-up on K100radio.com. Go over there and read that. It's pretty interesting. It's my take on how much hip-hop really needed that. Go check that out. But anyway, thank you guys for rocking with us on K100 Radio. Illa Kill is Wednesday. Like I said, we got 2 hours of Points of View. 2 hours of direct line interviews on Thursday. So I hope you guys can check that out. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. I'm Blizzum. I'm your host, and this was Points of View on K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B. When you think of K100 Radio, we got it on lock with classic hip hop and R&B.
We taking you back in the day.
Way back. 24/7 on your radio.
LL Cool J,
Ice Cube,
Lauryn Hill, Snoop D-O Double G, Outkast, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z,
Mary J. Blige,
Notorious B.I.G.
This is Q-Tip.
K100 Radio.
Stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
Turn us up now. We are
hip hop and R&B.
Yeah, man. It's your cool running DJ Just Swag, man, and you can catch me each and every Friday right here, bringing you the best of independent artist news, music updates, events, topics, and conversation.
Think they know somebody that's got some dope music or project and just need to get on the radio?
Man, all you got to do is hit me swag tracks and vocals at gmail.com. That's swag 2 G's tracks and vocals at gmail.com. You can always link with me. Hit me on IG. Hit me on Snapchat at IDJ Swag 2 G's, and we can get it popping. Don't forget Just Swag TV each and every Friday from 11 to 12 p.m. right here on K100 Radio.com. Yeah, man.